Hey y'all, my name is Miranda and I live and hike here locally in Asheville, North Carolina. And especially if you just moved here or you're just visiting for a short time, there are so many hikes to choose from in the Asheville area. It can be overwhelming and really hard to narrow it down to the best hike for you. So the purpose of this video is to help you narrow down some options for the perfect spring hike. These spring hikes I recommend doing either March, April, or May. So one misconception a lot of people have about Asheville is there aren't really a lot of hikes within Asheville. You have to drive usually 30 minutes to an hour outside of Asheville. So I really recommend having or driving your own car to enjoy these hikes. I'm also the owner and founder of Namaste in Nature. We combine yoga, hiking, and meditation with the most beautiful waterfalls, mountains, sunsets, and Vortex here in Western North Carolina. Speaking of which, my first recommendation for spring hike is our Waterfall yoga hiking tour. It's about 3 hours and about 2.5 miles round trip. You get to see a beautiful waterfall that's over 100 feet tall, and you'll learn about the area and do some meditation and do yoga in the forest. It's about 30 minutes from Asheville, and I'll put the link in the description below where you can book that. So my number 2 recommendation is our Mountaintop Vortex yoga hiking tour. This is about 1.5 miles moderate hike, and again, we do guided meditation and yoga and tell you about the area. It's about a 2-hour tour, and these start in April. And I will leave a link in the description below where you can book that, either in the morning or during sunset. This is an amazing place to see the sunset, although it still might be a little bit chilly in the spring. So my number 3 recommendation is Bearwallow Mountain. This is a little over 2-mile moderate hike, and it's located roughly southeast of Asheville in the Hickory Nut Gorge area in Girton, North Carolina. This is a great hike if you want a nice view, and just to warn you in advance, there are often cows at the top, so just watch out for cow poop when you're hiking up there. A relatively short and easy and family-friendly hike. If you want something a little longer, a little more challenging, you can do the Trombatore Trail, which is right across the street from the Bearwallow Mountain Trail. This is about a 4.7 mile out and back trail that leads you to Blue Ridge Pastures, which is a great place for a picnic. Just make sure you leave no trace and pack everything out that you pack in. Also obviously located in the Hickory Nut Gorge area, east of Asheville in the Girton area. And the thing I remember most about these trails in the spring is seeing a lot of trillium, which is a really pretty rare mountain flower. Moving on to number 5 is Crabtree Falls. This is located about an hour north of Asheville. It's just off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's in the Little Switzerland area. Crabtree Falls is about a 2.7 mile round trip moderate hike, and there's a beautiful waterfall here, and the hike is pretty much all shaded through the forest. Now, real quick, if you're finding value in this video, please help me out by giving me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I've also created a 19-page travel guide for Asheville that you can download for free with the link in the description below. Number 6 recommendation for spring wildflower hikes is Pearson's Falls. This is located south of Asheville in Saluda, North Carolina. It's a really easy hike, less than a mile round trip. You do have to pay to get in, but this trail is really well maintained. Of course, you'll see a beautiful waterfall, but I've also seen lots of gorgeous wildflowers here as well in the spring. Moving on to number 7 and 8, these two trails are located south of Asheville, just off the Blue Ridge Parkway. So Graveyard Fields Lower Falls and Graveyard Fields Upper Falls. Graveyard Fields Lower Falls is about half a mile easy hike. It's located very close to the parking lot off of the Blue Ridge Parkway, south of Asheville. And there's actually a lot of boardwalks here that are constructed to help you easily get down to see the lower falls. So that's a really short, easy, family-friendly hike. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do the Graveyard Fields Upper Falls Trail. This is about 3 miles out and back. You'll start from the same area, the parking lot, And make sure you download the map on all trails for this, because it's really easy to get lost because there's a lot of other trails that'll lead you just kind of off into the mountains. Speaking from experience here, there are bathrooms at this location, but get there early or go during a weekday because it's a super popular area to hike. Okay, number 9 is Sam Knob. This is located just about a mile past Graveyard Fields. You'll take a right off of the Blue Ridge Parkway down Black Balsam Knob and park at the end in the parking lot there. And the hike starts near the bathrooms, and you'll walk past the bathrooms. There's a little bit of a boardwalk constructed at one point, and then you'll walk through a big open meadow, which can have some nice wildflowers in the spring. And then it leads you up the mountain to Sam Knob, which is a pretty nice view once you get to the top. So I'd call this trail a moderate 2.7 miles out and back. And finally, my number 10 recommendation for spring hikes is the Pink Beds Loop Trail, which is located in the Pisgah National Forest in the Cradle of Forestry area in Brevard, North Carolina. This is south of Asheville. There's a relatively easy 6-mile loop that you can do starting in the parking lot, which will take you through a rare mountain bog and through the forest and back to the parking lot. There's also restrooms and a large picnic area here, so you might want to pack a picnic for this one as well. So I've hiked all of these trails myself, and I actually have some really cool 360 videos of most of these trails that I will link in the description below. In these videos, I talk more about the trails, how to get there, and you can see the trails and the waterfalls and the views in 360 degrees on your computer or your smartphone. If you want to learn more about hiking in the spring season, especially the weather and what you should wear and what the temperature is like here, I have a video all about the best time to visit Asheville, including what the weather's like. In the spring, it tends to be on the cooler side, and we do tend to get a lot of rain. This area is a temperate rainforest, so my number 1 tip is to always pack rain gear. I hope this helps you plan your spring Asheville area adventures. Again, my name is Miranda. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos about the Asheville area and hiking and yoga and things to do in Asheville. Namaste and have a great day.